You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network. Now the largest new media platform on the web and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Gene.
The AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California. Presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AFTERBUZZ TV's Real World After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's Real World After Show.
Oh no.
Mixtape,
everything. Y'all did.
I'm gonna follow you.
It been done.
Yeah.
It ain't ready yet. You gotta
How am I supposed to know?
You go ahead.
Okay.
Ready, Roxy? Hey.
Damn, y'all. It was a clean start.
Yo, what up, AfterBuzz? It's your boy DJ Jesse Janedy here in studio for the Real World Explosion After Show.
Yes, sir.
The Departure. I am joined in studio by all of my lovely hosts. We are here together finally. Nicolette Gaona.
Hi. Fuck that bitch.
Roxy Striar.
Hello.
And back from her lovely vacation at the Bahamas, Drea Renee.
Woo!
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we know you've been waiting all week long, but we have the one, the only from the Real World Explosion, Sir Cory.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I'm in the building. Let's do it.
Cory.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough.
Now,
Go ahead, drill him.
First of all, we're gonna get into it a little later. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, but it was interesting. You came in while we were watching the episode, and the first thing you said is, "Man, I can't even watch this episode."
Yeah.
And why is it so hard to watch yourself on TV? I mean, I know why I would say that,
especially in these circumstances. So you got what, 13 episodes? We were there for 13 weeks, so they're like condensing everything into small portions. So you're not seeing the full story. So when I'm watching it, it's really like a really condensed version of it. So I'm just like, damn. And plus, we're going out every night. We're having drinks every night. You know, I'm acting a damn fool to begin with. You know, so I'm watching it. I'm cringing and whatnot. But it's just weird to see yourself on TV, to be honest. But
do you feel like being thrown into that world kind of turned Cory up to the 7th power?
Oh yeah, no, it turns everybody.
So that's not really Cory. Don't be out just
no. I don't
smashing, punching.
I don't drink like
that.
I don't have anger like that. Really, like I'm a laid back, chill type of dude. Yeah,
I
okay. Hold on. Okay.
I mean, even your girlfriend.
Even your girlfriend called you out. It said.
Let's say though, I think you're a little lucky because you can't be the villain of the show as long as Ashley's on the show. So you're set there.
Ashley's got me beat. So I'm set.
She does.
So you can't be getting that much hate when all the hate is being thrown in her direction.
Right.
She's gone now.
Yeah, she's gone. Luckily, I turned it around though. So
But the good news is, if they took a vote to keep you on, I know that everybody would have voted for you to stay. So it's not like you were in Ashley territory.
Oh no, I was just hurting myself, basically. You know, just making bad decisions and whatnot. But everyone in the house, I got along with. So.
Well, and kind of go over some of these bad decisions with us. Let's start with one. We're just gonna jump in. Hold on, I want to ask you the first question. The first question is,
here we go.
You was at the gay club.
Yes.
And
Q bar. Yeah.
Jenny is dancing on a female. Now, I understand, you know, a little jealousy. You might be like, oh, wait, is she going to turn on me? Is she, you know, I thought she was looking for McDonald's. Is she looking for Arby's? That's, you know what I mean? But, and that could have been the case. But she didn't. She came home with you, and then, you know, she's sitting down at the table, and you walk up to her, and you were like, I wear the pants in the relationship.
Yeah, I was wild.
Why? What sparked that?
What sparked that? Probably the 20 shots that we took, probably. I mean,
but where did that anger and jealousy come from?
I mean, and I've said it before, like, I am a jealous type of person. I do have those traits. Like, when I'm with the girl, I want to be 100% with her. I'm going to be your ride or die. You're going to be my ride or die. That's kind of how I roll.
But you're usually not 100% with your women.
That's what you said on this show because you be cheating.
Just let me hear. But keep on
No, but it's fine. Just open up. Here we go, because you can change. There is redeeming. We can have these.
No. Yeah, in the past, definitely. You know, like Lauren, you'll see later on in the episodes, you know, she'll talk about it too. You know, I wasn't the best I could have been to her, and I admitted that, you know. And so I try to change those ways. And you'll see, you know, I definitely grow up a lot throughout the process. You know, I'm coming from a kid from basically the city and whatnot, moving out to LA. I'm fresh out there, and then I get chosen to be on this TV show. I'm turning up. You know, I'm having
22,
drinks.
right?
I got these cameras, yeah.
Okay.
And so I just, I was wild. I had to call my mom after like week 2, and she just, she got me straight. She's like, look, get your shit together, kids.
Right.
Like, this is what you wanted. Get your shit together. I was like, Mom, this isn't what I expected. I'm doing wild shit. I'm throwing stuff. I'm breaking stuff. I got feelings for this girl, She was like, look, you need to calm down, young man, so.
What did you expect from it then, though? Like, what did you think when you were going on The Real World? Have you ever seen the season before?
Yeah.
So what were you expecting to be?
I mean,
what
I
kind of person?
expected the whole party and everything, but what I didn't expect and what they don't show is the hate that you get from the people from the outside. Like, I had dudes pouring drinks on me every night.
Oh.
Because I was busting people's ass because I'm not used to that. Like, so when I first got there, I was getting in fights every night because people are, like, literally dudes would walk up to you and just pour their drink on you.
Camera time?
Camera time, man. That's what it's about.
They never ever show that aspect, but all the characters or the castmates talk about that. Like people like yelling at you and heckling you all the time.
Every night. We had people like follow us home a couple of times, for that fight on episode 2 when I got into it. And I was getting hyped.
Ariel handled you a little bit.
I tore my ACL earlier in the night. You see, I'm having surgery next week.
Oh,
but,
wait, it was that serious?
Yeah, well, I had it torn kind of before the show, and then I got into it. I got pushed, and then it re-ruptured basically. And so yeah, Ariel did hand me on that one though. But,
all right, back to the cheating.
Yeah.
So all right, but I will say the one thing for redeeming qualities, you have been with this girl for 8 years. That there's a good quality in 8 years. Now, yes, it's been on and off, but you guys, I will say you guys were young, and I mean, you guys, you have to search and you have to see if that's really
those
what you
pictures,
were meant for.
Those pictures of you guys. Oh my God!
You better yell at your mama for that.
You know what I'm saying? Those are in like that was like 7th grade. I mean, we go way back to the 7th grade.
And in your defense, it's 7th grade till now. It's like who's faithful? Like how can you just stay with one person?
And I feel like honestly, those type of relationships, she obviously probably was really faithful to you at some point, and you probably did her hurt first. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, therefore, she's
We're
kind
very
of putting.
Dr. Phil today.
Right. I mean, damn. Okay, I'm getting drilled.
This is right, so therefore she probably has stuck out with you, which you probably should respect her for that.
She's always been the ride or die, and she is to this day. Like that's
to this day. Where do you stand right now?
We're friends.
Okay.
That's where we stand.
Now, all right, and with Jenny, you went in, you already had this automatic, like,
I love Jenny.
attraction to her, and then, you
Did you really like her?
Right, because they said...
Listen, this is the thing. I even said in the first...
Can I read you real quick?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead, read me.
This is your situation with Jenny, okay?
Yeah.
You came into the house, you're like, who's the finest girl? Well, I guess she's cute enough. Okay,
right.
She's big tits, that's great.
That is true.
Okay, I'm bored, so I'm going to fuck her, probably make her feel good, get mad at her, get jealous, but I really don't give a fuck, but that's fine. And then you have this other girlfriend going on that's still calling you baby because she just knows what it is, and you're going to get that whenever you want it. So really, at the end of the day, Jenny was just a piece of ass, which, Jenny, I love you, girl. Scarlett Johansson, go ahead, girl. But all I'm saying is...
was that what it was, or was there actually feelings involved?
No, there's definitely feelings involved. I can't sit here in front and say, no, I didn't have feelings. Obviously there's feelings involved. But, some of the stuff she said is true. But I'm telling you, living in that house, man, you want something to cuddle with. You want... It's crazy. Like, that environment will change, like, the way you look at things and whatnot. In 2 days in the house feels like you've been there for, like, 3 months.
So you didn't want to be single though? Like, I mean, it's the real world.
I did want to be single. Yeah, you want to be single, but I'm not trying to like bring girls home every night and whatnot. And I'm living with this person, so I'm like, well, why not buddy up? Why not cuddle up with this person?
You didn't feel weird with the cameras?
You just got to put that past you. It takes like 2 weeks, man.
Then you just
it does. It's like the first couple of days.
It took y'all 3 days.
Yeah, not shy about
in the confessional.
In the confessional, though.
I was actually shocked that you had feelings because the way that you came off on the first of the show, you were just like, oh, I don't care, I see girls, whatever. And then with Jenny, when you actually had feelings and you were getting all jealous, I thought it was cute, but I didn't know if it was real.
The thing is, they don't really show, but like we kicked it. I mean, obviously, I'm living with this person, so we kicked it every day, probably for about 9 days. We're around each other 24/7.
Right.
So like you really get to know somebody. You're like, okay, I'm living with you. So she kind of let her guard down. I kind of let my guard down. So I was like, okay, let's see where this can go.
Okay, 2 questions about this. So number 1, if you had met Jenny outside of the house, do you think? No, you don't think so.
She'll be the first one to say it too. Like that's not my type. Like she's not my type.
But you're her type.
You sure are.
Yeah.
Because you're her type.
Okay.
I got into it with her today on Twitter. She You know, some people on the cast, I'm not going to say who, you know, they're just thirsty for fans and whatnot in it. You know, you'll see who's real and who isn't real. You
Interesting.
Know, so.
Okay,
yeah, it looks like you and Brian are going to really get along.
Boy, that's you can see about that.
My number 2 question has to do with your bear sex in the confessional because we're all curious about this, and you know if you watched our show last week that this was coming.
Right.
I mean, how do condoms get involved here, or do they not?
I was gonna bring you a bag.
That was gonna be.
I had a condom.
But like in your pocket in the confessional, like are they just all around the house, or
they just have jars around the house?
Is that true?
That's
no, that's not true. No, that's not true, man. You just, you know, as a man, you always got to be prepared. You know, you just never know the situation. So.
Good answer.
All right,
good.
Man, that's more sense.
I'm glad to hear you're keeping it safe.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Good.
You know.
All right, let's get into the episode tonight. Cory, you started out tonight with a bear outfit, scaring people outside. I would assume that.
Where are the bear outfits? Where did this come from?
They had 3 outfits in the house. They had like a polar bear outfit. They had a bear outfit and then a wolf costume.
That's fun. I like that.
I like that they did that.
Yeah.
It's Jenny's B-Day. Jenny says, I'm so over Cory because he's toxic.
But then when asked if they would have potential to get back together, she's like, yeah.
She's
probably.
25? She turned 25?
Yeah, she's 25.
Yeah.
It's funny how they make me look like you said, kind of the villain, the psycho, the jealous type.
You did
and then
look a little
she looks like she's the boss. You know, she's sitting back
Well, what was
I
it
got
really
Cory
like?
around my... I mean, it was a give and take, to be honest. Like, it was a give and take. It was really like...
That would just stress me out.
You know, she would get jealous some nights. I would have my nights where I was kind of like, what it was is we were in that area where you don't know if you're together or not.
Right.
Yes.
So it's like, damn, what can we do? Once we solved the whole, like, okay, let's just be friends. You could go do you, I could do me. Then I'm cool. But when I'm in that gray area trying to be with somebody, you know, that's where things got funny. And so when she would go and talk to dudes, the cameras would turn towards me. So I'm looking like, oh, they're going to make me look stupid, you know. So I'm feeling funny because all the cameras are turned towards me. But, yeah. So.
Well, and I feel like you're being shy right now because you clearly can read for filth. In tonight's episode, you come to Jenny and you tell her that she's basically basic and that you smash bitches like her.
I've been there, done that, smashed you everywhere.
I got you in 2 nights.
That's the laugh.
Were you drunk?
Yeah. What?
And I've smashed you.
Okay.
Yeah.
My favorite line is, though, I've smashed you everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
In other words, you're every bitch that I've ever been.
I know. I was like, dang.
But okay, in all fairness, like, she did do that. She did. You weren't lying. She had sex with you in 2 nights.
I kept it real. Yes, it was the second night of the house.
But it was her birthday. You know, you got to be a little nicer to somebody on their birthday, maybe. No?
Listen, what they don't show is earlier in the birthday, we went to this place. The bill was like $200. She was upset. I got the bill down to like $50. Talked to the manager and whatnot. So I was making her birthday what it was.
Oh, I always thought you guys got stuff for free.
No.
Subway, eat
they
fresh.
get like a little
Subway.
stipend.
The comp, when they go out to the clubs and stuff, I thought they always got comp bottles.
I mean, we get bottles, but like this was like a hookah joint. So they were like,
so they charging.
Yeah, no, they try to tax us because they see the cameras and they're like, okay, well,
let's rack it out.
Right.
Exactly.
You know, so.
We also found out that you like to wear sunglasses at night.
Yeah, man, that was the one time I wanted to be cool.
I go, Cory,
I thought my ass, that was not okay. I got called out for that too. Tom called me out for that.
Sure you did.
Tom looks like he would be a sunglasses at night kind of dude
He
too.
needs to be out
but
in
he
the
would have
sun.
like the neon.
Oh yeah, like the frat ones with the words on the side or whatever.
Yeah. That's what he rocks. Dude. He rocks those all the time.
I knew it.
He need to get a little sun.
Yeah, no,
Tom.
he can use a little bit of sun in his life.
Okay, don't hate on my boy Tom. Kid is killing it this
I
episode.
thought Jay was your man.
Well, I love Jay. I love him, but Tom is funny as hell. He's like the
Tom
things he
is
says.
funny.
I'm like,
Yeah,
do you think ever? Like he just says things, and I'm like, what?
I wonder
But
if he's
isn't it funny?
literally shrooming the entire.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, are you?
If he's not coming out from his bed sheets, he's like walking around like.
He's always sleeping afterwards. He like gets from the club and he's dead.
But Jay said, Jay said the smartest. He's like, Tom is the smartest guy in the house because he doesn't deal with any of the drama. He just goes home and passes out. Like Tom doesn't even know what's going on half the time. He's just
Tom's
like,
gonna
whatever.
wake up and be like, "Oh, it's over."
Yeah, I know.
He
I
like
know.
kindergarten kisses. What's her name?
Jamie,
and then goes to bed. He's like, bye.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a weird budding romance, but I'm kind of into it.
So you guys go to the club.
Yeah, go to the club.
Jenny's got her whatever
getting it
the
on the
little
dance
tassels
floor.
were.
Getting it.
Oh, you should. Yeah, that was half of it.
Wait, okay, you guys know I'm not great with the lingo, but I thought isn't thick not a nice thing, or was that a nice?
No.
Sexy.
Thick is
She's
no,
like
yeah.
Scarlett
Thick is
Thick is
good.
good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She got good meat.
Because
It works
She's got
for
good
her.
meat. Yeah.
when Ariel was like, she's thick, I was like, uh-oh. I was like nervous.
Okay,
for her.
wait, hold up.
Because sometimes, like, to white girls,
Yeah,
like, saying
it's a-
thick is like saying you fat, because us white girls be really going through
But Jenny,
you guys trip
If
over
somebody
that
was like,
though.
Roxy,
They'll be
you're
like,
really thick,
I'll
I'd be
sit
like,
there and call
oh my
somebody
god.
thick, and they're just like,
No, and
"Oh,
then
you calling me
you
fat?"
fat?
I'm like, "No, girl, you just look good. What's up?" You know, like, damn. What's up?
No, my homegirl, she's black, and she's like, girl, I can't with y'all, because y'all over here talking about you fat, girl. Like, we like that shit. I don't even know what you're talking about.
I know.
Like,
Seriously, if somebody
and I'm
came up to me and was like,
damn,
you're
I wish
thick, I'd be
I
like,
could.
I'm so
freak
sorry.
out.
Like, oh my god.
What am I talking
I
about?
love it. I think it looks good on Jenny.
Yeah, she does
Rock
look
on with
good.
your bad self.
Yeah, she rocks it.
I'm
She
not
looks good.
crazy about that tassel situation
Well,
you had
girl,
going on,
I
but it's
mean,
good. Whatever.
Jesse, we talked about that fashion.
The split on the ground with your coochie rubbing against the club.
It's her birthday. It's her birthday.
Like, it's her birthday.
I thought that. You know what? I said. You know what? It's her birthday. No, boo. That ain't cute. And
No.
your birthday, the day you're
She
born.
busted it open. I'm talking. The dress came up, her ass was out, and I was like, "Oh."
In no
It's
way
not
is that
classy,
cute.
but it was fun. She was having fun. It was her birthday. Let her do her thing.
If my
Let her do her
friends
thing.
ever let me do that in the club, I would kill them. I'm sorry.
Nicolette, I wouldn't let you do that. I wouldn't. I would help you.
I would want y'all to take me out the club and take my ass home. If I
I'd be
started doing
like,
some splits in the damn club.
It's just hard to watch this and judge because oh my god, I've been that drunk on the dance floor and
Roxy,
I've been.
this is. We don't need to be. Don't put your shit out there. We're judging them. They don't
I'm
need.
just saying, like, so what? It was her birthday. She was wasted. She didn't remember the next day. The worst thing she did was dance on the floor, like,
And puke in the street.
and puke.
No.
I've done that too. Whatever. Sometimes you puke in the street.
I'm
It
not mad at the
happens.
puking. I'm mad at her coochie kissing the floor. So this guy.
It is a little grimy.
This guy hits on Jenny. Now, here's Jenny, how you know what type of men you do not talk to.
That one.
He said, my name is Oscar. Now, if he
Grouch.
said just Oscar, I would have been like, fine.
Like
but he said, the Grouch. You could have said, like, De La Renta, De La Hoya. You could have named Meyer, Oscar Meyer
you
Wiener.
could have just said Oscar. I don't think that sounds like anything else. My name is Oscar. Like
the Academy.
like the Grouch.
And that awkward
Bye.
hug, when he tried to hug her, she was like,
First of all, I wouldn't talk to him with that bright but blue ass T-shirt. Like, don't talk to me.
I mean, she was
Bye.
talking to him because he was getting her free drinks. That's how Jenny rolls.
Yeah, but I don't do that. Like, if a guy doesn't have a chance, don't let him buy you a drink.
Why?
Oh, no.
Whoa, hold on,
Trust me, the girls on the
I
show,
don't do that.
if you're buying drinks, they're on you.
Wait,
No.
yeah. Wait,
Yeah.
don't say it. What?
If a guy comes up to me and says, "Can I buy you a drink?" and he has no chance with me, I say, "No, thank you."
Yes.
Why?
Because I'm not gonna have him spend money on me and then me be like, "Okay, bye."
Why?
Because that's
my
a
drink.
bitch move.
And then they just stand
it's
there,
bitchy.
and you have your drink, and then you're like,
I can buy
okay,
myself a drink
well,
if I really need a
gotta
drink,
go.
and if I like a guy and he buys me a drink, that's
And then
nice.
And then you
They're
sipping on your
offering,
drink,
it's like,
and they
oh,
like,
thank you. Hi,
Oh,
thank
hold
you.
the hell damn up.
I don't
bitches.
give a fuck. Any man who's gonna buy me a drink, they simply probably just want to have a conversation. Oh, cool. You want to?
You
They
think they
don't want
wanna
a
have a conversation
conversation.
with
They're
you?
trying to take you home and do
Thank
some
you.
things.
Yeah,
Obviously.
But hold
I
on.
know, but that's not what they want.
That's fine.
you.
But this is why.
Thank you.
But this is why I rock with
fine.
Nicolette, because Nicolette would say, "Well, nothing is happening, but you sure can buy me a drink, right?"
Yeah,
So
if
That's
you-
okay. That's okay. Yeah.
And you can buy my best friend a drink too.
I'd say something
There
like
you
that.
go.
That's completely
Turn up.
legitimate. But if you say
Shots around.
if you like
Let's
flirt
do
with
it.
him all night just so he buys
Honey,
you
I don't
drinks,
flirt. No, all I
Okay,
gotta do is
well, then
just
you're
stand
good.
there, and they wanted to go.
I just have to let you know how much heat you're gonna take heat for that. But I love you anyway,
But-
and it's true,
Welcome.
and
Take
it's
the
true.
heat.
Yeah.
I'm taking the heat.
who's gonna
That
take
is true.
taking it.
take the heat? It's true. This bitch gets us everywhere.
Yeah.
Be mad. Be mad. All right.
And
So
I don't even be out loud with it.
Tom falls out of the bed. The sound guy laughs. That was an awesome moment. You love that they showed the Tom. That they showed the.
That
sound
was
guy?
everything. I love that they're showing producers this season.
I love that.
I
Yeah.
love that we showed the sound guy. It was amazing. Like Jamie's like, "Oh my god, sound guy!" I just laughed. Then we had a shot of him. It's amazing.
just have to
Like we get it. You're on TV. Let's see it. It's
the
awesome.
whole time you just,
Yeah, he's booming.
I know.
No, you don't always have to stand
I mean,
with
how
that.
could
That's
you
because
not
they had their
laugh?
mics
Like,
off.
that shit
Yeah,
would
so
be
he was booming.
Right, right.
So again,
Boom, baby.
and then right after he falls, that's kind of when you start getting mad at Jenny and all that.
Yeah, that's after hours. It's like 4 a.m., you know. So
And you went into Ashley, and Ashley.
I love Ashley. I don't know. Like, don't
Yeah, I
you talk
wanted
to
to-
her like that?
That was a good impression of
Yeah,
her.
thank you.
And then after that, we get Jay gets a letter from his ex every day.
Jenner,
Was that really true? He gets a letter from his ex every day?
Literally, she wrote him a letter every day.
Jeez. Is she a cool girl?
Jenna? Yeah, she's real cool. You know, she's quiet. She kind of sticks to her own, but she's cool, though. She's young,
loyal.
though. She's only 20.
What?
Yeah.
So she could, like, she can't come out with you guys?
No, she could go out.
Oh.
7 years older? Okay, get it.
Yeah.
Now, in that moment, you pick up the phone and call your ex because you had just gotten real mad with everything.
I'm going through some shit.
In that moment, you know, was there ever jealousy with
What's her name,
Jenna?
Lauren,
yeah.
With Jenna and you calling your ex and being in communication with her and Jenny? I'm sorry, Jenny.
With Jenny? No, not really. I don't think so. I mean, because I knew that she was still talking to Brian on the phone, her ex. So I was like, all right, well, I'm going to call my ex. You know, she knows me better than anybody in the house, you know, so I just needed to talk to her and she needed to.
So are you more calling Lauren being like, I need my best friend on the phone because this is hard?
That's our type of relationship.
Yeah.
It's not like, and I think in episode 2 where they show me call her on the phone, the reason I called her on the phone in episode 2 is because she planned on coming to the house. That's why I called and said, look, I'm talking to Jenny. They're not going to show that. And Jenny called Brian before that and said, Brian, I'm talking to Cory, so don't come to the house. So then we go on the couch and we talk, and I'm like, all right, well, I'll call Lauren because you called Brian. They're not going to show that, though. They didn't make me look like I'm just calling to tell her I'm talking to somebody. No, you know, I wouldn't do that.
I thought that's what you did. I was
It's interesting because one thing we noticed with this season is, you know, we always talk about producers and, you know, kind of setting plots up and things like that. Now, this one for us is kind of interesting because it's the first time everyone's going in and is still communicating with their ex. Usually it's like one person who still has the cling on. Well, no, because even when we talk to them, it's usually one person who's kind of like the cling on talking to their ex. So was it something that you think in the audition where they were looking for people? Did you realize that?
Definitely in the casting. Yeah, that's definitely part of the casting. Like, what I didn't realize is there was... After basically finals, they were like, okay, there's one more step. They're going to come to your house. They're going to film you on your everyday. And they were Skyping with Lauren, like, on the regular. And I was like, you know, they're talking to Lauren more than they're talking to me. What's going on, you know? And so now we start to put it together and go, oh, okay, they plan on bringing the exes into the house, you know? So
what if the exes couldn't pick up and leave to come?
They went in there? Oh, no.
Well,
you know what I mean? Like, you said they got 4 days notice. What if they couldn't drop their lives in 4 days?
I mean, we got 3 days notice that we were going to be on the show. They're like, you got to find somebody to take over your place. You got to tell your job. You got to figure out what you're going to do with your car. You got to pay your bills, you know. And I'm just like, damn, you know, I'm out in LA on my own, so I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to do it. But you just got to make it work if you want it, you know.
Jeez.
And did you wait, what were you going to say about the...
Nothing.
No?
I got my answer.
All right. Well, so
everything.
When you got the call, you know, did you kind of look at it like what was you and Lauren, your ex's kind of talk right there?
With me and Lauren?
Yeah.
Like when I got the call to be on the show? I mean, she was happy for me. You know, I called her because we were kind of talking at this. The show brought us together, really. Like, we weren't. She was in New York. She was doing hair in Brooklyn. I'm being a personal trainer in LA. But with the show, like, we would have to communicate, like, okay, this producer's going to Skype with you. So we would continue to talk. So it brought that spark back. So, like, we started to talk a little bit. And so when I got the call saying, hey, look, you made it, you know, I just called her. She was excited for me. She knew that, you know, this was an opportunity for me to really grow or for me to really have a good time and whatnot. And she was happy, so.
All right. So Jenny is sitting here. She Ariel. How do you say it? Ariel. She's
watching right now, being like, "Really, Jesse?
Whatever.
Really?"
A lot of people mess her name.
You're my goddess. I love you. We're gonna have babies together one day. I love you. So she did what I needed her to do.
Cute.
She was the fairy gay mother today. She said, "Jenny girl, them Shakira roots."
Yeah, I know.
No, they were
bad. They were bad.
That's a true friend.
Yeah,
that's a true friend.
I know.
But she got her hair done, and what was it? Scarlett Johansson.
Who? Okay.
Exactly.
Scarlett Johansson, how?
You tried it.
And then
I tried.
She got off the bus. She was throwing up, nasty.
In the
Hot
street.
mess, yo. Hot mess.
All right, guys.
That's the worst.
You chill on my people, okay?
Listen.
My puking people.
It happened.
You take them, girl. Take them.
And then we get into the meat of the episode, which was a real serious moment we had that kind of slapped us all in the face. Jay gets a phone call from his father and finds out that his mother passes away.
Well, before that, we get Jay on the phone with his mom, and we get the whole paper incident. I mean, this was
a bitch.
I was wondering why they were getting so into the paper incident. I was like, this is. I mean, like, it sucks. All his numbers are gone, but is it that big of a deal?
Right.
And then we find out why. I mean, I can't even believe how. This sounds so stupid, but like, I feel so proud of him. Like how he how he held himself and carried himself. I think he did such a phenomenal job that it's just like, how could you not respect him right now?
I would have lost.
Is that something you all had to do as far as like writing numbers down on a paper and keeping them in there?
I mean, you could, because we didn't have cell phones, so they're like, okay, get your like top 5 contacts.
5? You can only have 5.
No, you can have as many as you want. I only had about 2, but you know, you can have your contacts and whatnot, and then yeah, that was your only way to really have those numbers, because you didn't have your cell phone.
And they were all stored in that box?
Yeah, we just put them all in the box. We had our names on them.
So when Ashley opened that, she knew exactly what she was doing.
But she only ripped up Jay's?
Whether she, but whether she's drunk, opening
I'm
that.
not trying to defend her, but like.
You guys all knew that box contained the numbers. Whether, even if you weren't drunk, you just, everyone knew
I
that.
don't think she went in and was like, oh, I'm going to go find Jay's. She was just like.
Right.
Was it just Jay's that was ripped? Or all of them?
It was just Jay's.
Just Jay's.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like, what are the odds of that?
Right.
With the events that happen?
It's crazy.
Like,
It's just something you can't take back.
No, and she must hate her life for that.
Yeah, she must really.
I'm going to give her that. You probably hate your damn
2
life.
days?
Yeah.
I don't even want to be that. Right, I don't even want to be that mean, because I'm sure she sits there and is like, I did this. I did this. And
I hope
like,
she does. I don't know.
And it's funny because in that, and I wonder if it was edited or not, but while he was irritated about the paper being ripped and he found out that his mom was in the hospital, we get a scene of Ashley in another room starting to cry. And she was just crying, and I mean, it just came off like she was crying because she was just dumb. But I wonder if it was the guilt kind of coming into play.
It too.
I know she knew that. You know, like, honestly, come the hell. You don't think so?
I don't know. I don't know. That was my
you were
first
there.
time
Tell
seeing
us
that,
about drunk Ashley.
Drunk, she's as crazy as you see.
But when you're speaking to her, do you honestly think the next morning when she wakes up that she really is
I don't know
crazy.
if I'm buying
like
it.
blacking out at night, or
Yeah.
really?
Yeah. I can't really talk. I did the same. Like, all of us did. Like, to be honest, like, producers got so upset because we would go into our interviews and they would talk about, like, Tuesday night. So this happened Tuesday, and we just hit them with the...
I don't remember that.
Oh, yeah, when Ashley sat on top of you and you were like, she did? I don't know. I'm
telling you, those first 2 weeks in the house were something else.
I cannot
like,
believe you
we
really
drank
hooked up
more
with
than
that
any other
girl.
cast, which was bad. The
You really
producers
hooked
told
up
us,
with
look,
her.
we don't know how you guys did it. And that's why it's so crazy.
You guys are like
hold on,
Jersey Shore.
question.
Yeah.
So how could you really hook up with this girl after she really said that about your family? Were you really just that wasted?
I mean, they're just
I was, and I wasn't
right?
going to hold a grudge because I knew she was drunk. And we talked earlier. They don't show that. We talked earlier at the house, and she had already said sorry. And then we go to the club, and I'm like, say sorry again, you know, just to...
Oh, to get that
It seemed
on.
like she just showed up at the push-ups or whatever the thing.
Right.
And then she was
Yeah,
like,
no.
hey.
We
And I was
talked,
like, what?
but they didn't show that, you know, so...
Why is she so entitled when she keeps saying my family could buy and
what's with
sell
her
your
family?
family?
Do you know?
Like,
I guess she's rich.
yeah, but
You know, I don't know.
Why?
it's just because she's rich.
I
So
was
she,
like,
a
damn, this
hairstylist,
white girl,
too.
this is my first time in the house. This white girl's coming at me crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I was trying to keep my
Yeah.
composure, like, the
I would
best I could.
Your reaction was my reaction. I
Yeah,
said to
exactly.
Ariel, like, how the hell, like, that bitch's hair would have been in the disposal if she threw some damn.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah,
how
I
she did
can't-
that.
I know. It was like she just was possessed. She was like,
And it was quick, too.
yeah, I know.
what the hell?
That was so perfect. Can you do it again?
But it's not just like when somebody gets.
No, seriously.
It's not when somebody gets drunk and you're like, oh, last night you were kind of being obnoxious or annoying. Like, this girl, when she gets drunk, she does
Yeah.
malicious things. Like,
Yeah.
things that could
She's just
potentially
mad.
really
Alcohol
hurt
is a
people.
demon.
Potentially burning the face and then ripping up the paper. Like, those are things that actually have effects on people's lives.
But like he
Yeah.
said, she's not thinking that. I mean, you can clearly tell this girl has internal issues.
Yo, she carry, yo. She carry.
She like, no,
What are you doing?
she's Carrie. Like,
It's Carrie.
The horror movie?
yeah, she's crazy. She literally told her. I'm just gonna rip this paper up.
no reason.
See, this is why it goes over my head because I don't get it. I get who Carrie is, but like,
my
what's the
God.
paper? What's the paper?
The paper Ashley ripped.
Oh, the Ashley. I'm thinking of Carrie.
Man, you slow.
Careful, my people are about to stick up for
Look,
me.
Ashley is. all
I
right,
love
so
you. I love you, bitch.
Ashley's crazy.
Yes.
I mean, literally, she literally told her grandfather she wanted to crawl up in his belly and cry.
I want to fall up in your belly and cry.
That's fucking weird.
When I heard that, I was like, damn. You know,
That sounded like some other stuff. That sounded like some other stuff.
Papa, I want to crawl up your belly, cry now, okay?
You want to get my club, everybody get my bottle club.
Yeah.
Okay, this is what she
these are
says tonight.
great
though.
impressions, by the way. You guys are
This is
killing
what she
it
says
right now.
tonight. She says, when you're being filmed 24/7, your true personality comes out, and I don't think I can handle that.
Obviously.
It was literally amazing. Like, at least she's aware enough of herself to know that if she's being filmed, she doesn't want people to know who her true personality is. That was my favorite line. Like,
Everybody knows
we
now.
know her.
God.
Everybody knows now.
I mean,
know.
we give her more life on this show than damn.
Oh yeah, are
She
we
probably will
missing
have
something?
in her
Or is there
life.
some like really good quality about her that
Name
we're completely
name
missing?
3 good qualities about Ashley.
3.
No, one.
I want to hear
Put you on
3.
the spot, like, okay.
We'll see
Why?
if you can at least.
Like, is
No,
she-
'cause I don't even think
is she
you can put
fun?
anything.
Is she fun or is she?
She's fun.
She's fun.
She's fun. She
How is she fun?
she knows
Just
how to
like-
drink.
Oh, okay.
Great.
Both of those things don't lead to good things, though.
She.
I mean, you know, she
It ain't her
this is like
hair, it
6
ain't her
months ago.
makeup.
You know, she was only there for like a week, 2 weeks.
Okay.
But
Oh, okay.
you know,
That's okay.
Okay.
All right,
she's
fuck
fun
Ashley.
though. No,
And she's probably
I'm cool with
somewhere
Ashley,
going,
though.
"Fuck
I'm
those
cool
people
with
'cause they don't
Ashley,
know
though."
me and they don't know what's going to happen in my life. Fuck that show.
No, I just was saying,
Well,
like,
girl, you
I was
should be taking
wondering.
notes, honey.
I was wondering why she was cast, and it's because she's fun. You think like she's a fun?
yeah, she's got that fun, upgoing personality. She's outgoing.
cute.
I mean, she
yeah,
showed
she's
up in a
cute.
club dress. You knew the stitch
She
was gonna
really-
get wild.
Yeah, okay.
She added something to the cat, like she was that that craziness. You know?
Yeah, they
And
need
yeah,
that.
you know, like,
Yeah.
and you'll see when there's just 6 of us, we were too happy. You know, nothing
don't
was
like all
No,
that.
yeah, they don't want
They're
that.
like, no,
they were like,
yeah,
okay, it's time to
thunder.
bring the X's in, bow,
And
you know,
thunder
like,
and
damn.
cue the lightning.
Yeah, it goes down. So.
How did you
Crazy.
feel when you saw, like, what was your first reaction? Like, how did you feel?
We haven't got to
Adrenaline.
that
Oh, we
episode
know.
yet.
I know it's not
No, go ahead. Answer that question.
I just had adrenaline because we were all so shocked. Like, who would think the first time in history of the show that this would happen to
Right.
us?
Yeah.
You know, so we've watched this show for so many
Yes.
years.
All of you guys in the house had watched the show.
Yeah, like we all know what. I mean, we're on the show, so you
Right.
know.
Yeah.
But
You were on the show.
yeah. But yeah, so we were just like we were surprised. Really, we were just shocked. Like, who would thought they would bring the X's
Yeah.
in? You know.
Damn. Well, and I was surprised when I seen Ariel up in there with her damn vibrator.
I
love that.
Tom.
I love that.
Tom, stupid.
You know what? Hold on. First of all,
I love that. Like, do you,
honestly,
girl?
I would probably have done that if I got in the real world because you know, like you don't want to just sleep with anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
Bring your, you know, to get.
You're living somewhere for 3 months. You bring your vibrator. Like,
Right. I mean,
period.
I do not blame her.
No.
I'd have
Yeah.
been so irritated.
Oh my god, I would have killed Tom. I would have killed
But
Tom.
see, she was trying to be too shy about it. She should have just went in the damn shower.
would've been like,
and
look.
be like, y'all are mad. Y'all can either leave or y'all gonna listen to her.
And Tom's like, I have a quesadilla.
That's the thing about Tom. Like, you're saying shrooming. Like, what is this girl doing by herself in her bed, laying under her covers? Oh, maybe she wants a quesadilla there.
Did you,
That's a random story.
did you guys ever forget that Tom was in the house sometime? I'm just
No, Tom was probably the most outspoken.
Really?
Oh yeah,
Really?
Tom always had his mouth running. Yeah.
All right,
good thing or a
Haley. I
bad
can't wait
thing?
to hear what Haley
that?
got to
A
say.
good thing or a bad thing?
It was a good thing.
Yeah.
That's my boy. So
Okay,
yeah.
cool. See
You guys, I mean, the three of you
Yeah.
guys look like you guys have gotten really close
The
together.
three, we got really close. Like this is probably like one of the first seasons where all the guys got the three
Original.
the original
OGs.
OGs, as we say, the
Yes.
three Musketeers they called us. But we all got along, especially after tonight's episode when Jay's mom passed away. The whole house it really brought us together. To be honest.
Do you like any of the exes?
Oh yeah.
Who do you
I
like out of the exes?
The exes? I like all the exes. The only ex that I really don't see eye to eye with is Brian. That's Jenny's ex.
Obviously.
That was a great PR.
But it's not even
answer.
about Jenny though. That's what I'm saying. Like it's not even about Jenny. It's more about
Oh,
who
it's
he
beyond.
is.
Mm-hmm.
I take everybody as an individual. I'm not gonna judge you off of who you've dated because that's not you. So I just him as a person. We don't really.
So I know I'm not trying to bring the mood down, but I just want to talk about after Jay's mom did pass away. What was like the vibe? Was it uncomfortable in the house, or was it just like an outpour of love? You guys all joined together, or like what didn't we see?
It just really brought everybody together. To be honest, like I know I called my mom right after that and just said, how thankful I was that she was in my life and just how blessed everybody was. I think everybody called their moms and just I was in tears, my damn self. Jay is just the strongest person I know, and I tell him that to this day. You know, I know he watched the episode tonight. I made sure he was okay and whatnot, but he's a strong dude. He was big on not crying, but I was like, dude, cry. I'm over here tearing up, and I don't even know your mom.
I probably would have
you know,
gone Ashley's level if one of my parents died.
Yeah, you know, I would have been a hot mess.
Kicking shit down. I would have knocked that house down.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And you know, in that, I mean, yeah, we saw him acknowledge that he was mad about the paper, but did he have kind of a bigger freak out, or did anyone else have a freak out over the paper thing? Or? No,
I mean, he was just upset, but it's almost something you can't. Why be upset at something that you can't take back? You know, like it's done. It's done. It's over. So yeah. So
how awkward was it in the house without him? And how long was he gone for?
Jay was gone for about a week. He went back to New York for about a week.
I can't believe he came back to the show. Were you guys surprised when he came back, or?
I wasn't surprised because Jay's mom wanted him to do it, and so that's kind of why he did it. He knew his mom would have been proud of him, so he was like, well, why not come back with this group of people that's basically like a family now. Like, it's crazy how close we became after that.
Yeah.
And like I said, that house is something else. But, like, we just became like a family after that. Like, damn, one of our boys, you know, his mom just died. So it's like we got to come around him, make sure he's okay. So,
are we going to see that?
That's crazy because
they're not going to, I mean, why would you show us, like, hugging them and being there cool with them? They don't want to show that.
They just jumped 3 days to Ashley. So I was like, what happened in between?
I don't care about Ashley. I care about Jay.
No, but I'm saying they didn't show
No, I know. That's what I was pissed about that.
Yeah, no, they're, you know, it's out of my hands. That's the worst part.
So
is just
when the
sitting
exes
back
did come in, so I'ma just take a note on that. Okay, girl. Wait. So like, did you guys feel like the privacy was invaded? Like, you guys were probably like, oh my god, don't come into my room. Like,
oh yeah, no,
you know
we tried to get the exes out. MTV wasn't having it though.
Oh really?
Yeah. The first day we were like, no, you gotta go. Like, you guys gotta go. This show is about us. You know, and I've always said you're an ex for a reason. You know, like, you're part of our past for a reason. You know.
Well, obviously yours is still in your.
As a friend.
In my life, yeah.
Did you feel like they were like stealing your spotlight a little? You know, did you feel like they were trying to?
I mean, anybody would feel like that. Put yourself in our shoes. You know, you're in a house and you're doing something you've never done before, and you're so not proud of it, but you're just like, okay, you know, this is kind of like my first badge. You know, like, this is good.
Were you mad she agreed to then?
I was kind of. I wasn't that mad because I would have took the opportunity.
Right.
You know,
but you kind of felt betrayed, maybe.
Yeah. I was just like, you know.
Well, especially because you're like, hey, you know, I got the real world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
you know, like
the real world.
You don't see me on TV. You know?
Started to run up out of that.
You know.
You right behind you.
You know what I'm saying? And then they come in, you're like, shit. They got me too. She's like, hey.
And then you knew how the show was going to turn into. It turned into a relationship show. Like, it was basically just relationships. And that's not really why I went on the show. That's not why anybody went on the show.
So did you not get the experience that you wanted from the show? Do you wish that didn't happen?
I guess we'll have to see.
I know you grow as a person, right?
Oh, I grew up. I can tell you that.
I can't wait to see you on Battle of the Exes.
Oh yeah, it's going down on the challenge. Trust me. But you'll see too in the first couple of episodes. You know, I'm wild. I didn't know how to take everything. I was just crazy. And then you'll really see me like grow, and that's what I'm excited to see. Now, just that growth.
Does the house get bigger, or do you guys really?
No.
Yeah.
It's the same house. Yeah, but what did they do bed-wise?
They just moved the beds in the rooms.
Shut up.
So we had, in the guys' room, there's 3 beds to start off. Now there's 5. Then in one room, there's like 2 beds. Now there's 4. In another room, they moved.
I'm sure those bathrooms didn't hold up very well.
I'm just trying to imagine the meeting at Real World when they had
I mean, it was like living in a damn frat house.
Yeah.
Like, it was, I mean, it's 14 people you're living with.
14?
No music, no TV. You just have to sit there and have conversation. No music.
Y'all can't listen to music?
I didn't know that.
It's different. It's an experience.
You can't listen to music because they can't record the conversation.
Yeah, I know. I just never thought about it. I know,
so
no
like when
TV,
you're
no
upset,
phone.
like what I do when I'm mad, I like to listen to music, go on my own, kind of do my own thing, you know. But
you can't. You have no iPod. You can't
working out or something.
No, nothing. No music.
Oh my god.
No TV. No internet. None of that.
You know, I actually would probably start running. Like, I would probably like just
wait, no internet? Don't you guys get emails?
I like to work out, but
emails, Gmail,
Right. But that's it.
All right, so let's finish the episode before we run. So you guys have the night out. Drunk Ashley appears.
Yeah.
Her alter ego. Yeah. She's pissed at everyone in the house because I hug everybody in my roommate, and now they hug me and I don't get it. All right, girl. Ashley's screaming about no one will get a bottle out here.
Oh
Ashley, just because you have sucked some dicks to get some bottles in San Francisco does not mean you are the queen of bottle service. You have worn the same damn dress, and I don't care if it ain't the same dress. It is blue, and it looked like the same damn dress, bitch.
And all you talk about is how much money you have. Babe, if I had that much money, you better believe I would look so good every day.
Thank you with your sparkles.
If I had that much money, I'm not on reality TV. I'll tell you that much. You catch me.
Okay. Or if I had that much money, I sure
Make
wouldn't
my own
have my
show.
hair looking like that either.
Or my makeup.
Girl,
Buy a new dress.
What? Okay.
All right, so she's screaming. She doesn't get her bottle, yada, yada, yada.
Right.
Ashley claims the next day she doesn't remember anything and she cannot find her purse.
That was hilarious.
Bitch, you throw your purse, don't cry about it. If you throw your purse, don't be mad at no one else about it. If you throw your purse...
This is why I believe she's actually blacking out, because she's not faking the fact she doesn't know where her purse is. I think she really blacked out at night. And honestly, of all the things, I will hate on Ashley all night. You guys know that I have issues with her, but I do this. My number one thing when I come home and I am drunk, I like hide my purse from myself. It's weird. It's like a weird thing. I don't do what she does. You know, I'm not a complete bitch when I'm drunk. I'm still who I am. The one thing I do, I put my purse wherever. So I get that. Like sometimes you have weird little things like that. But on top of everything else, you don't make it anybody else's problem. If your purse is missing, find your purse.
My thing is did you guys ever sit down with Ashley and be like, I mean, we saw that one sit down with one thing.
We definitely did.
I'm like legit worried about this bitch. Like, you're gonna get alcohol poisoning.
We talked to her about it.
What about the producers? Did you guys ever go to the producers and look at them like, y'all are really allowing this girl? Like, she's scary.
That's what they want, though. That makes television.
Did you ever find out about Frances versus like her other personal trainer boyfriend?
No. I mean, it was.
I don't think there was a personal trainer boyfriend. Yeah. She was just trying to.
She was talking about you, maybe.
Yeah, you know. No, but no, she was just. I don't know. The first night, she was just adrenaline going. She was just talking. You know.
Just
I don't think.
I run San Francisco.
Right.
This is my city.
How'd you feel about Jamie kind of antagonizing her with that?
Man, Jamie, Jamie has all the right intentions. You know, she really was looking out and whatnot. Well, throughout the whole season, you'll see kind of. And her timing's off every time, though. Like, she'll confront somebody in the worst situation. Like, you need to bring them aside, talk to them, and then your point would get across, But she does it so, like, up front in your face right now, let's get it done, that it kind of comes off as,
well, that's kind of how she takes her relationship, too.
Which one of the girls in the house are you closest with now? Is there one or?
Closest with now? Probably Jenny, because she lives in L.A. We kick it. We go out and whatnot.
Oh, so, okay. I wanted to ask you, are we still doing the episode? Jesse?
Huh?
Are we still doing the episode?
Yeah, I mean, my thing is I'm still stuck on this purse thing, because my thing,
she left the house because she couldn't find her purse. She was calling the producer saying,
Did she
like,
never find it?
No, she never found it. She called the producers and was like, I need to go home. You guys stole my purse. You guys are hiding my purse.
And that's why the producers called and said, you threw it.
Right.
Ashley, like, I don't understand why you continue to drink liquor. Like, aren't you worried one day you're going to wake up, look in the mirror, and be like, I can't wait. And then she going to wake up and she going to pop a baby out.
There's nothing to do in the house. There's nothing to do in the house.
We haven't talked about, though, that
board games or something.
We see the other Ashley come tonight.
Yes, we're getting there right now. Ariel calls her ex Ashley, misses her. She ends up coming and visiting.
But just so we don't get hate, it's Ariel.
It's Ariel.
Sorry, I'm from Boston. So go ahead.
So basically, we meet Ashley tonight. It seemed really cute. I liked their kissing, romantic, whatever. They both seemed happy. The cooking, it was all sweet.
It was cute. But low key, I was no shade, no tea. I was bored because I just want to see her when she comes with all the other exes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's so weird to have them come and they're going to come again. It's just sort of, I don't know, it's weird.
But it was cute. And her meal looked bomb. And so wait, Lauren never cooked for you?
No.
That's some shame.
No.
8 years.
Girl, you better
get in that learn how to cook. That keep a man.
Okay, have you ever cooked for Lauren?
Yeah.
Oh, well then.
I was the cook.
Then, I forgive you. Okay.
She's trying to read real quick. She's like, oh, close.
Yeah.
At least a turkey sandwich, girl. At least you can make a turkey sandwich.
I stand corrected.
So then you guys go out again. Ashley's in her blue dress again. Ashley sees her friend. She claims that she feels like she's in prison, and then she's missing.
Carol?
And she's missing for 3 days. So
that name.
Was there? I'm mad you just judged someone off their name.
I didn't. She said that.
No, you said I hate them.
I hated. I didn't like that girl. She was like, and she said I hated her name.
All right. So was at any moment in the 3 days, that you guys were actually worried about Ashley? Were you guys actually worried about Ashley at any time in the 3 days she was missing, or were you just kind of like, oh yeah?
She was probably fine. She runs San Francisco. She probably.
Yeah, we were just like, look, Ashley's
Somewhere.
gone. Like, she's not coming back. Like, we.
So
just
you guys
figured,
knew
like,
she went off somewhere. You didn't think like, oh, some guy could have taken her, raped her, been anywhere in the world.
Nobody was concerned.
No, we were just kind of like, okay, well, Ashley's gone.
Bye, Felicia.
Yeah.
Bye, girl.
Bye, Felicia.
If it had been anybody else in the house, would you have been nervous?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I was cool. Surprisingly, the two coolest people with Ashley were me and Jenny. We got along the best. So yeah.
But only
Plus she's from the city, so it's like she just probably went
Ashley
home.
drunk is different than Ashley not drunk.
Yeah, because we do see that Jenny is always kind of there with her.
Jenny and her were homies. Like that. Those were the two who kicked it. It was like Jenny and Ashley, and even to this day, it's Jenny and Ashley, and then it's like Ariel, Jamie, and
Jenny, run, girl.
Where, so she calls, she says, okay, I need a vote, so all you guys vote.
Yeah. Yep.
There were only 2 yeses.
2 yeses.
Who voted yes?
Ashley.
Well, Jenny. Jenny voted yes.
And Jay, right?
And Jay.
Why
Jay
did
should have said no.
Now,
Jay voted yes.
You said Jay was in good spirits because he had just had that issue. He was like, I ain't trying to do nothing.
Right.
So you said you and Jenny were the 2 closest in the house with Ashley.
Yeah.
Why did you write no?
I wrote no because she wasn't using the opportunity the right way. I felt like, she was just...
Was that really your reason?
That really was my reason.
She was hurting your time there.
Because at this time, I've already known, like, I'm acting a damn fool. Let me turn this around. Like, I'm already past that point, so I'm trying to turn myself around. Like, I got to calm down a little bit. So I was just like, look, she's just going to continue to cause drama. She's going to continue to cause stress, and she's just going to be wilding out. So I'm just like, look, you got to go. Like... First of all, I want a little dime piece to come through the door too, but
there we go.
There's the real reason.
And, that too, but yeah. So,
all right. So that was the end of the episode. Before we get into predictions, what do you have going on? Because I know you're out here in LA. I heard you recently just got a new job.
Yeah, got a new job. Yep.
What do you have going on?
Hollywood.
What is Cory doing in LA?
Basically, what I'm doing is I'm a trainer. I'm a personal trainer at Equinox in West Hollywood, right off of Sunset. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I love it over there. And I got a website coming out February 22nd. CoryWharton.com. It's going to be straight fitness. It's going to be meal plans, different types of workout plans.
Write down that website.
Oh yeah, I got you definitely.
Yeah, I need it for the new year.
And just kind of just working out, just trying
Shit.
to get clientele and whatnot. So.
And all over social media?
Over social media and at my job. I mean, so I'm talking to people and whatnot.
What's your social media links?
Oh, at MTV, Cory Wharton, Instagram. Same thing as Twitter. You can find me at the same handle because I try to stay consistent, So it's not like this on Twitter and then this on Instagram,
So the Cory brand is moving towards fitness.
It's yeah. That's kind of what I'm going with. Is just that whole fitness.
We got to set you up with Leroy.
Yeah, Leroy.
Oh yeah, that's my competition.
Oh,
so I'm coming for the challenge. So we'll see.
Hey,
Leroy is gonna palm your face. He's gonna be like, "Boy, it ain't even like that." You gonna love Leroy. We love Leroy here.
That's what's up.
So all right, so you have the fitness thing going on.
Fitness, yes, sir.
How excited are you for the challenges? Like, was that something going into the real world that you were kind of like, "Fuck the real world, I want to be on a challenge"?
Yeah, because of the money. You know what's up. At the end of the day,
because your body, you're gonna dominate. Yeah.
I hope so. But I mean, I've always liked the challenge. It wasn't really something that I was always thinking about. It was more just something that I thought was coming along with the real world. But right now I'm just trying to build that brand, just that website, and just Cory Fitness. I haven't come out with the name or a slogan or anything yet. It's still in the works.
So do you have classes or do you do private?
It's going to be private sessions. I'm going to hold a lot of group fitness classes, boot camps, cardio classes, yogas, all of that stuff. It's going to be over on Santa Monica Beach.
All right.
It's going to be on the beach
that's
because
far.
That's where I live.
Oh, you live in? Okay, me too. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you got to use, we live in Cali. The sun's always out, so you got to use it.
All right, so it's CoryWharton.com.
Yep. That's
and when is this again?
Website's coming out February 22nd. I had to postpone it a month. So
there you guys have it. On that note, let's head into predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV prediction.
It was a sex-filled room.
I mean, it looked like you're gonna have a good time next week, huh?
It was like
Next week? Oh, yeah.
it was like black, white, and red
What
stuff. Like
was
It looked like the scene from
So
Eyes
that was
Wide
one of our
Shut.
coolest days. I'm
That
not
is
gonna lie. We went
cool.
to what was it called? An erotic dinner, I guess that's the way. Like they had music playing. They had people in like masks, and basically, you would eat, and they would just do whatever you wanted them to do.
Oh.
You could even take them into the
Okay.
bedroom and do what you want.
Is that like an event? Like it's just like
That's
a
like a
company?
for real thing company in San Francisco, and the cooks over there cooking. You got about 12 people touching on each other and whatnot. And then if you have a
Alright.
card, and if you flip the card up, that means you could come over and approach me, and you could tell them whatever you want.
it's like Fogo de Chao.
Wait, all right. On a whole.
It gets wild, though.
Wait, all right. So tell me, yeah, you've already seen the episode, right?
Yeah.
So is this stuff that is gonna happen next week that we aren't gonna see?
I bet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, they show. They film us for 3 months, right? They show less than 5%. I'm coming to learn. They show the stuff that you as a person don't really want to, like me, I wouldn't show that, but they're going to show that, They want to make a good television show. So there's going to be, you'll see all the bad, negative stuff.
Then you and Jenny are gonna become basically fuck buddies.
Yeah, we're friends with benefits, which is cool. Like I said, once we got on that even ground, we're like, okay, we know what we are, so we're good, no more fights.
And as soon as you guys do that, the exes come.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now you guys are gonna go on a trip.
We go on a trip. Yeah, they're
How
going to
long
show
was
the
the trip?
The trip was for about 4 days. We stayed on a boat.
Okay.
Get y'all all
So-
nice and relaxed.
Yeah,
Like,
got us
bam.
nice and relaxed.
All right.
And we were a big family after that. And then we come home and it's like, whoo!
The relatives done moved
here
in.
it goes. It's about to happen. So.
Well, we want to thank you guys for watching. If you guys want to leave us any comments, hit us up on iTunes. Subscribe to us. We're free over on iTunes. You guys can also hit us up on Twitter and Instagram at AfterBuzz TV. Check out Cory Wharton. That's at MTV Cory Wharton.
Yes, sir.
CoryWharton.com, February
Yeah.
26th.
Yeah, it's 22nd.
22nd.
My man, though. Yeah, 22nd.
And you guys can keep in contact with us, keep the conversation going all week long. Me at DJ Jesse J.
Me at Sensei Don't Play.
Drea Renee _N.
At Roxy Striar.
Until next week, same time, same place. Peace.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.